Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. Just want to go into this lesson, which, I'm pretty sure, you brothers and sisters out there have seen, this flag floating around, whether it's been on people's houses, or, people driving, with it on their car. But, I'm pretty sure you've seen this flag. We've mentioned this before, at camp. I just want to go into it a little bit deeper. This is part of Esau Edom's witchcraft. This is another shot at you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And this is how Esau Edom gets down, man. Everything that he does is to the detriment of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Any movement that he, allows to take place, most of the time when you go into these different movements that's out here, Esau Edom set them up, such as the, Black Lives Matter, which we did videos on that, when it first came out, when it first started to be, like a big thing, warning you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans about it. And then, what happened further down the line, they changed it, from BLM to, BTLM, and the T standing for, Transformers, and it came out, that their mission was to pretty much destroy the family. They're a bunch of Marxists, and the same thing with this. Okay, this is a shot, at you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is another way that Esau Edom is trying to destroy you. All right. Now, I'm going to read a little bit of this article, and then I have another one, that I'm going to read just to prove the point, because some people may not know what these colors represent. I'm not going to go into these ones, which, by the way, if you ever notice, there's 6 colors here, pushing that vibration out there, but these 2 colors, and they just added this design more recently. Before it was just these colors here. You just had the regular rainbow. But a few years ago, they added these 2 colors, black and brown, which you can pretty much, come to your own conclusion of what these colors stand for, black and brown, So it says, what do the colors of the Progress Pride flag mean? All right, we just gonna get straight to the point. Now, the graphic tells you a little bit. The black and brown represent people of color, mainly you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This who Esau is, the most interested in. All right, and any kind of, movement that this damn devil sets up, as I stated earlier, is to destroy you, man. He does nothing for your benefit. All right, you can look at, how your neighborhoods are set up and see that this man is against you. You go to where you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans live at. You can see it's nothing but fast food there, man. Fast food restaurants, pretty much. And then when you go to these other neighborhoods, where these other nations live at, you don't see that. You don't see McDonald's. You don't see Burger King. You don't see Taco Bell, KFC, and all that. Popeyes, And these restaurants, the food that they provide, if you can even call it that, it's pure poison, man. If you eat that on a day-to-day basis, you gonna drop dead, man. And they came out with that movie, that documentary years ago, Super Size Me, which was, basically a Edomite. He just ate nothing but McDonald's for 30 days. And his doctors told him, like, look, man, if you keep doing this, you're going to drop dead, So that's what that food does to you. And that's what they put in the neighborhoods of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And that's not by accident, man. When they put, build in certain places, they got to get all kind of permits. They have to petition the city to be allowed to put these things there, and these different cities allow them to be placed in the neighborhoods of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. The reason for that is because Esau is trying to destroy you. And this is another one of his, tactics, man. Okay. So it says, what is the Progress Pride flag? So it has these colors, and it's, telling you what these colors mean. And the black and brown here is for people of color, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. Trying to get you Israelites to, come more on board with this whole agenda right here. Okay. Get down with the transformer community, and then, these sodomites, man, which this is an abomination in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. If you are doing these acts, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to cut you off, man. Okay, but see, Esau Edom has put these colors in here to, announce to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that, look, you accept it as well. You can be a part of this movement that we got going here. It's not just for us, it's for y'all too. We fighting for, the struggle that you going through. So we're going to jump further down. So it says, what do these newly added colors mean? Okay, it says black and brown represents people of color. All right, the colors black and brown were added to the Progress Pride flag to represent people of color. This was an important addition because people of color have often been left out of the queer narrative despite being the driving force behind the movement. Okay, which Jake don't need to know nothing about this, man. This should not be promoted amongst our people. Okay? If you do got Israelites out there, that are thinking about, going this direction. Well, if you a transformer, hey, man, I would say there's no hope for you, man. You're done. Now the scriptures do say, all manner of sin shall be forgiven, save for blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. But hey, man, if you into, chopping your body parts off, man, hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai ain't dealing with you. Okay? But you got, our people that are into these things, man. They practice, what these sodomites do. The same type of things that was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay? Now, according to the scriptures, you can repent from this. All right, but even the ones that aren't into this, okay, they will see these two colors. They will see, other Jakes, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans a part of that movement, and they will be enticed to join. And what's going to happen to the individuals that's, doing these things? They're going to be destroyed, man. Okay, so these two colors were put here, all right, to attack you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, to draw more of you into this, this kind of lifestyle, man, to draw you into doing the things that these people do, the rainbow community. All right. Which, if you do these things, you're going to be destroyed. All right. But the individual that came up with this and put this out is your enemy, Esau Edom. Okay. It's no coincidence why this thing is out, why this thing exists. Okay, and it's no coincidence that these two colors are now on there, man. So they want to include Jake, all right? They want Jake to be more on board with this, okay? And the reason for that is so you can be destroyed. This is in direct opposition to your power, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushai never told you to do these things, man. And let me bring this out real quick. We got to get the law to prove this point. And Esau knows this, man. Esau knows who you are, first and foremost. Okay? He knows that you just ain't no, random group of people that was, for you so-called Negroes. You wasn't no random group of people that was just roaming, Africa, and he just decided to pick you out of all people, And then for you, so-called Latinos and natives, he knows exactly who you are as well. He knows that you're not just some random group of people that was over here. Okay, he knows what your lineage is. He knows that your nationality, okay, is that of an Israelite. Okay, and he knows the covenant that the Most High made with you, man. And he knows that if he gets you to break the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he can continue to rule over you. All right, which is what this, flag is about, man. Okay, this is just another one of his tactics to destroy you. All right. So this is Leviticus 20 and 13. It says, if a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, and this also applies, to women as well. If you reverse this, okay, the Most High is not with any of that, man. The Most High ain't with men being with men, and the Most High is not with women being with women. All right. It says, if a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. And an abomination is a filthy, wicked act, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai didn't create man to be with man. Okay? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai created man to be with woman. And vice versa. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai did not create woman to be with woman. He created a woman to be with a man. This flag right here, okay, is trying to completely undermine that. Okay, to get you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to go astray from your power, to go astray from the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and do things that are abominable in his sight, man. Okay? It says, if a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death, their blood shall be upon them. Okay, so eventually Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to jack you up if you're doing these things, man. All right? And that's what Esau Edom wants. That's why he put these two colors on there, man. To get more of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans on board with what's going on. Okay? As we read down here, this is to represent you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and to acknowledge, all right, let's go down to what it said. It says this was an important addition because people of color have often been left out of the queer narrative despite being the driving force behind the movement. Jake has always been there, man. Okay? So they want to acknowledge that in the hopes, okay, that more so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans will hop on board with that. All right, look, we've always been a part of this community. Let's join up and get with them. Okay? Not understanding that if you do these things, man, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai gonna cut you off. All right. So going to this article here. Now I ain't gonna read this whole thing. It gets dark, man. It says, town of Stewacky, if I said that properly, to fly progress pride flag. This came out June 29th, 2020. All right. It says, being inclusive of queer and transformer people of color is an incredibly important statement right now. Okay. Why? Because, hey, all over the world, man, Jake is waking up to who they are. Jake is waking up to the fact that they are of the nation of Israel. Okay. And they're putting off, those works of darkness, and they're coming back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. So while you have, moves being made on the right-hand side by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, okay, and the more Jakes that wake up, the left-hand side is going to start coming harder, man. All right, which is the reason why you see this, It says the town of Stewacky, NS, which if I'm not mistaken, that's Saskatchewan, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. I'm not, too familiar with, the different provinces that are in Canada, So I'm not, entirely sure what that NS stands for, but it's a province in Canada. It says we'll be raising a flag on July 10th that not only honors LGBTQ people, but also recognizes additional marginalized LGBT communities. It says known as the Progress Flag. It was created in 2018 by artist Daniel Quasar, and you can't really find too much information on this guy, of his origins. I suspect he could be a small hat, could be a pseudonym, or a pseudo name, who knows. But, this dude's the actual Edomite. It says it was created in 2018 by artist Daniel Quasar, who wanted to make the pride flag more inclusive. Okay, to include who? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. We're going to show appreciation for you. All right. So you can get more on board with this, man. Okay. Because if you push this narrative out there that Jake was always there, Jake is going to hop on board with it, man. You're going to have more Israelites turn into this, when they see who was at the forefront of the movement. Okay. When they see who was, really pushing for, the rights of the rainbow people, more Jakes are going to hop on board with this. Okay. And then you got, what's being pushed in these schools, that this is an okay, way to conduct yourself down here. So they see these two colors. Jake is going to hop on board, man. More Jakes. All right. It says it looks like the traditional pride flag, but it also has arrow-shaped stripes to represent communities such as LGBTQ people of color, which Jake ain't supposed to be into this, man. All right. But leave it to your enemy, Esau, Edom. He's going to promote this amongst you, man. Why? Because he wants to destroy you. He wants you to get put to death. This is the law, man. Okay, and the scriptures tell you that the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai endureth forever. So the Most High ain't changed his position on this, man. Okay, you still have a standing covenant with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, so just because you forgot about it, that don't mean the Most High forgot. Okay, and if you want to break the laws, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai gonna jack you up, man. So Esau Edom said, oh, hey, man, how can we get more of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to turn from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai? Well, let's put this flag out. All right. It says it looks like the traditional pride flag, but it also has arrow-shaped stripes to represent communities such as LGBTQ people of color. It's really to recognize that the rainbow flag and pride hasn't always represented the entire community. Okay, so see, now they want to include more of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, it says a transgender member of the Pride Society. It says being inclusive on queer and transformer people of color is an incredibly important statement right now. Okay, the province of Nova Scotia, which I guess that's what the NS stands for, raised a progress pride flag on June 25th. Okay. So that's what this flag right here represents, and the black and brown in particular represent you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? And the reason for that is Esau Edom wants you to join this. He wants you to get on board with this. He wants you to, do the same things that these people are doing, man, which is against the laws of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, like we just brought out. Okay? See, and this is why it is imperative that you understand what kind of man you dealing with. Okay, Esau Edom is your enemy, man, and you can't trust this damn devil. You'll think this is a good thing. Oh, look, see, we're getting representation too. All right, but if you do these things, the things that he's pushing, okay, if you join the rainbow community, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to destroy you, man. All right, but that ain't gonna stop Esau from pushing that madness on you. This is Sirach 12:1. Sirach 12:10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Okay, so, this damn devil could walk around, like he's a nice guy. He'll put these colors in the flag, but this is an abomination, man. Okay, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans ain't supposed to have nothing to do with what goes on amongst these rainbow people, man. All right, you ain't supposed to do none of these acts. It's against the laws of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. It's an abomination. Okay? But see, he's going to put these colors in here to try to get more of you on board with this. All right? So you could be destroyed, man. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And this is still the same devil, man. He ain't changed. Okay? He don't want you to join this movement, be a part of that community for your betterment. He'll tell you, oh, look, man, if you just feel, if you feel it in your heart that's what you want to do, hey, go ahead, join it. Do it. Whatever feels good to you, do it, regardless of whether it is okay in the sight of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai or not. Okay, and look, we're gonna put these two colors in this flag. to encourage even more of you to hop on board with this, man. Okay? And he's not doing it for your benefit, man. He wants to destroy you. He wants to see you dead. All right? Because literally, if you are participating in that lifestyle, that's genocide, man. Okay? Because two people of, the same gender, they cannot reproduce. All right? Which means what? Your nation is going to be destroyed. Okay? The thing that keeps a nation going, okay, and that, helps to keep a nation strong is children. Okay, and those children grow up to be men and women, and they, continue to, nourish the society by establishing families, man. Okay? Which this is, telling you to destroy that, man. Okay? Destroy your family by, getting on board with this. Okay? Because a family is comprised of a man, a woman, and then those two individuals reproduce and have children, man. Okay? You can't do that, if you don't have a man and a woman. All right? It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. And that's this damn devil, man. Okay, he ain't changed. All right? Some people would think that this is actually a good thing. Oh, see, look, we're being included, And then even Jakes that are not a part of, the rainbow community, they'll see that and they'll, now get curious and try to hop on board with it, man. Okay? And that's really what this thing is for. All right? To get you more, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans on board with this. All right? It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And you always supposed to be beware. You always are supposed to be wary of anything that Esau Edom pushes out, man. All right? Because all his philosophies eventually lead you to your death. And this flag is no different. Okay? It says, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. This is still the same devil, man. Okay, and he's going to continue to do the things and push out, different philosophies that is going to lead you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to your destruction. Because that's his MO. That's been his MO. He's still your enemy, man. Okay? If your enemy is being nice to you, that just means he has a different way, to go about destroying you, man. All right? And this is just another one of this damn devil's tactics. All right? This is Psalm 62. And I'll start at 3. It says, how long will ye imagine mischief against a man? This is mischief, man. Okay? This is highly satanic. It's high level witchcraft, man. Okay? Because what does Jake, what words does Jake use to describe himself? Oh, I'm black, Or then you have the Latinos and so-called Native Americans, they'll say I'm brown. And then you've had this movement, being established more recently, especially, since Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has risen up the prophets, and it, we've been pushing that spirit out there that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're the same people. Okay? You come from, the same place. All right? You had the same, point of origins. We all are descendants of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So the Southern Kingdom and the Northern Kingdom have been getting back together, and they've come up with this term, black and brown pride, or black and brown, which is just showing solidarity between the Southern Kingdom and the Northern Kingdom. All right. And then now, you got this flag floating around, man. All right. Putting these, two colors into this thing. All right. To get you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans on board with this, man. This is wickedness on a high level. Okay. Because Jake could see that. And a lot of Israelites will be enticed to, join this community, man. To be a part of the rainbow people, all right? And that's exactly what Esau Edom wants. That's why he put the flag out there, man. It says, how long will ye imagine mischief against a man? Ye shall be slain, all of you, as a bowing wall shall ye be, and as a tottering fence. And this damn devil has to go down, man. Okay? If we were allowed to stay here, if Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai did not deliver the nation of Israel, we'd all be destroyed, man. Okay, because, as time progresses, the tactics of this damn devil continues to get more, what's the word I'm looking for? It intensifies, man. And eventually we're going to get to the point to where he's actually going to start making physical moves against Jake, man. He's going to stop doing these little covert tactics, putting colors, in a flag, okay? Colors that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans associate with, putting poison food in your communities. And he just going to come after you, okay? So if this man does not get taken down or taken out, we'd all be destroyed, man. All right? It says, ye shall be slain, all of you, as a bowing wall shall ye be, and as a tottering fence. They only consult to cast him down from his excellency. And what's the excellency of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? You being the servants of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? You the holy people of the earth, man. You're supposed to be separate from all these people down here, but the MO of Esau Edom is to cast you down from that, to get you to go astray from that, okay? To get you to become an abomination to your power, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, so you can be destroyed. All right, this is Deuteronomy 7:6. It says, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai thy power. The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto thyself. So we're special, man. Okay, when you look this word special up, the word there is sagala, all right, which means possession, property, valued property, peculiar treasure. So we are a treasured people, okay? And what makes us a treasured people? What makes us valuable to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai? Okay, above the rest of these people out here, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai gave us his own way, man. Okay, if the Most High was down here upon the earth, this is how he would conduct himself. This is how he would live, man. And that's the way that he gave to us. All right? And we're the only people that have this way, man. Okay? And if we, do these things, then we'll be exalted. We'll be that special people, that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai intended us to be. Okay? But Esau Edom wants to destroy that, man. So how does he do that? He gets you to forsake the way that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai gave you. He gets you to, stop doing the things that make you a treasured people in the sight of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right? Yeah, that's pretty much it on that. Let's jump back. It says, the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, thy power hath chosen thee to be a special or treasured, okay, a treasured people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth, okay? And the main thing that shows that we're above these people is the way we conduct ourselves, okay? Which includes us not joining, the rainbow community, not having any parts of this, okay? Knowing and understanding that this is an abomination, but leave it up to your enemy, Esau Edom, to try to include you in this community, try to get more of you on board with this so you can be destroyed, man. All right? So you can cease from being that, holy people, that treasured people. Okay? Cast you down from your excellency, man. Okay? So back in Psalm 62:4, it says they only consult to cast him down from his excellency. And that's what Esau Edom pushes out, man. Okay? One reason why you'll never see, these videos that we make, whether it's going on the highways and hedges or doing these sit downs on the mainstream, platform, okay, and these different news stations on TV, is because this will elevate you, okay? This will put you, if you take heed to it, this will put you back in good graces with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, okay? This will lift you back up into that excellency, that position of excellency that we used to be in. And that's completely against the MO Esau Edom. Okay, that's not a part of his plan for you to be the holy people. He wants you to be destroyed, man. He wants you to be an abomination to Yahweh Shem Yahushua so the Most High could put you down. Okay? Because Esau, Edom hates you. He wants to see you destroyed, man. Okay, and there's only one way to do that. All right? He has to get you to do things that are not right in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and then he'll be justified in doing whatever he wants to you. Okay, because the Most High is going to take you out anyway. Okay, so if he does something, he feels like that he's justified, man. He can do whatever he wants. The Most High ain't gonna jack me up. Look, these people wicked, you know. But this damn devil is the one that's pushing you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to break the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, so he's not innocent in this whole thing, man. It says they only consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. And this is an example of that, man. Okay. Oh, yeah, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, the people of color, they were there in the beginning. All right. They're the ones that really, founded, that pushed heavily for the rights of the rainbow community. But what's the end result of this, man? For you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're going to be destroyed. All right. So he's trying to push this out there like it's a good thing. But if you participate in this, Yahweh Shem Yahushua going to destroy you, man. Okay. And the whole reason why he's including you in this from the beginning is so you could be destroyed. This ain't for your benefit. Okay. This ain't so you can live a long, prosperous, healthy life. He wants to destroy you, man. All right. This is Judith, chapter 5, verse 6. It says, this people are descendant of the Chaldeans, which is talking about us, the Israelites. All right. And the reason why, Achior said this is because our forefather Abraham came out of Ur of the Chaldees. All right. It says, and they sojourned here in Mesopotamia because they would not follow the gods of their fathers, which were in the land of Chaldea. All right. And that's what this is, man. Okay. This is you worshiping another God, because this practice is not anything new. You being a part of the rainbow community, they was doing that in the ancient time, man. Okay, the difference between now and then is that they actually understood that they were doing that for God. Okay, they would do these different acts to appease the God that they were worshiping. Okay, in this day and age, Esau Edom has removed that knowledge from you, so you don't actually understand why you're doing these things. You think, oh, it's just how I live. It's just a feeling that I get, or this is how I was created. But you doing these things, you were doing this towards another God. Okay, not only is it an abomination, but you worshiping another God doing these things, man. All right. It says, and they sojourned heretofore in Mesopotamia because they would not follow the gods of their fathers, which were in the land of Chaldea. Okay, and Esau Edom, he wants you to be an abomination to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. So he wants you to worship other gods and do, things that are, wicked in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So you could be a polluted vessel, man. And what does Yahweh Shem Yahushua do to things that are polluted? He destroys it. Okay, because we are vessels for the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to dwell in. If you are filthy and polluted, the Most High can't dwell in you, man. So he's gonna take you out. All right. And Esau Edom knows these things, man. It says, for they left the way of their ancestors and worshiped the power of heaven, the power whom they knew. So they cast them out from the face of their gods, and they fled into Mesopotamia and sojourned there many days. This is talking about when our forefather Abraham left, Ur of the Chaldees. Okay, and then he, made that journey, through the Fertile Crescent, and eventually ended up in the land of Canaan. Okay. It says, then their power commanded them to depart from the place where they sojourned and to go into the land of Canaan, where they dwelt and were increased with gold and silver and with very much gold. Okay. And that's where our forefathers ended up settling. All right. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was there. And, while we were there, just like it's, stated here, we increased in wealth. All right. Abraham was rich already as it was, but, Isaac, he had riches. And then Jacob, okay, the scriptures tell how he went up to Padanaram, and worked under Laban which is also, one of our relatives. He was related to him. Okay. He worked under Laban for 14 years, 7 for Leah, and then 7 more for Rachel. Okay. And when he was up there, he wasn't just working, for no reason, man. Okay. According to the law, you can get with an Israelite, somebody that's rich, somebody that has a lot of substance. You can be a servant unto them, for a certain period of time. And when you finish that time, you get cashed out, basically. You get cattle, as well as the money, that you were working for, but you get put on a level. So he did that for 14 years. So he got 2 payouts, man. So he got even more wealthy, when he went to work for Laban. Okay. Verse 10, it says, but when a famine covered all the land of Canaan, they went down into Egypt. All right. Joseph got sold down there, and eventually, through Joseph, the nation of Israel, was allowed to sojourn down in the land of Egypt in Goshen. Okay. Because Joseph pretty much was the ruler over Egypt. All right. It says, but when a famine covered all the land of Canaan, they went down into Egypt and sojourned there while they were nourished and became there a great multitude, so that no one could not number their nation. And that's exactly what happened. It says, therefore the king of Egypt rose up against them and dealt subtly with them and bought them low with laboring in brick and made them slaves. And they cried unto their power, and he smote all the land of Egypt with incurable plagues. So the Egyptians cast them out of their sight. And the Most High dried the Red Sea before them and brought them to Mount Sinai and Kadesh Barnea, and cast forth all that dwelt in the wilderness. So they got put to death, that wicked generation. And the reason why they got put to death was because they did not have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They didn't want to follow his ways. Okay, same thing that Jake is doing today, man. And the same thing is going to happen to you. You Israelites that are rebellious, you don't want to turn back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You want to join up with these people, Yahweh Shem Yahushua going to destroy you. It says, so they dwelt in the land of the Amorites, and they destroyed by their strength all them of Esbon, and passing over Jordan, they possessed all the hill country. And they cast forth before them the Canaanite, the Perizzite, and the Jebusite, and the Shechemite, and all the Girgashites, and they dwelt in that country many days. It says, and whilst they sinned not before their power, they prospered, because the power that hateth iniquity was with them. Okay? And that's our weakness, man. Sin. Okay, that's our kryptonite, If we're committing sin, then we're going to get destroyed. All right? But if we're doing the things that please Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Most High will bless us. It says, but when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore, which you can read this in the book of Judges. Okay, we kept getting put down because of our iniquity, man. Jake would do the things that was pleasing in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and then Jake would, go off, and then the Most High will put us in captivity, under one of these other nations, man, the Moabites, Amorites, Philistines, It says, but when they departed from the way he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs, and the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemy. Okay, so it's going through the book of Judges, and then, fast forward to when we got conquered by the Babylonians. All right, and before the southern kingdom, got destroyed, the northern kingdom got taken down by the Assyrians for the same thing, man. For them sinning against Yahweh Shem Yahushua, not following his ways. Okay. Verse 19, it says, but now they are returned to their power and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and possess Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now therefore, my Lord and governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin. And let us go up, and we shall overcome them. See, and Esau Edom understands this very well, man. Okay, the only way you're going to be able to take down a nation of Israel, or, do harm unto them, is if they are sinning against their power. And that's why he puts this out there, man. Okay, and these other philosophies that he has floating around there. The reason why he pushes these things out is so he can continue to destroy you, man. Okay, because if Jake forsook this and forsook, iniquity, he wouldn't be in the power seat no more, man. He wouldn't be in the position that he's in. All right. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai would have destroyed him, took him out of power, and set us up back in the position that we are supposed to be in, man. Okay, but to keep this society going, to keep you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans on a certain level, he pushes madness like this out there, man. Okay, to continue to, push you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans down that path of sin and committed iniquity. So he can continually destroy you, man. It says, now, therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up and we shall overcome them. Okay, Esau understands this, man. The only way to overcome the nation of Israel is to get them to go off and commit iniquity. That way, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai will depart from us, and you could pretty much do whatever you want to. Okay, the Most High is not going to protect us, man. It says, but if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them and their power before them, and we become a reproach before all the world. Okay, so Esau Edom is trying to keep this going, man. All right, he's trying to continually have you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans go off so he can continue to, rule over you and destroy you. All right, because just as we read, if Jake ain't committing iniquity, there's no reason for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to allow us to get punished. So he would defend us. All right. So Esau Edom, pushes that madness out there to get you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans on board so you can be destroyed. This is Psalm 64:1. It says, to the chief musician, a psalm of David, hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. And who's the enemy? Esau Edom, beginning with the elites. Okay, because really they're the ones that's pushing this out there, man. All right. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, which this is going into the so-called illuminated ones. All right, see, we want to be hid from them, okay, and their plan. All right, and this is a part of their plan as well, man. Okay, pushing philosophies out there like this that are eventually will lead to your destruction. Okay, but simple-minded jakes out there, they're gonna get caught up in this. They're gonna take heed to what Esau Edom is pushing. They're gonna get destroyed. All right. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. And this is a shot, man. This is an arrow, and there's no coincidence why this is shaped like an arrow. All right. It says, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Okay, the perfect are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which that's what the black and brown here is. Okay, and they shoot. What does the arrow do? If you get hit with an arrow, you're gonna die. Okay, and this is one of those arrows, man. These different agendas that Esau Edom comes up with, these different movements, these different philosophies that Esau Edom pushes out. Okay, they are set up to destroy the perfect, destroy you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Okay, and they do it in secret because you don't know who's really behind this. All right, you can go to, the actual artist, or the person that came up with this. You could attribute it to him, but he has no links, to the elites. No verifiable links anyway. There's no you ain't got no pictures, with him and the so-called illuminated ones, hugging, surrounded by this flag right here, this image, this concept. Okay, you don't got Evelyn Rothschild drawing something like this, man, so you can't really link it to them. And that's another way that they fool a lot of our people, because Jake don't know who's doing these things, man. You know, this is just some random guy that came up with this concept. You know, he thought about putting these colors in there. You know, but nah, this is a part of a whole agenda to destroy you, man. Okay. And the reason why this flag has, you know, taken off to the extent that it has, why you see it everywhere, is because the elites are pushing it out there, man. Who you think told, you know, the town of you know, Stu Wacky to fly this, you know, in their city? Who you think told them to do that, man? Who is in control of these different, you know, the political system? The elites, and they tell these different politicians what to do, man. Okay, look, put this flag up there. Okay, look, well, run this campaign, do this, do that. You know, but since you don't actually see, you know, the elites saying it themselves, you don't think that they have anything to do with it. Okay? It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, and that's what they do. They do it behind closed doors, man. They come up with these different schemes, okay? And then they'll use their lackeys out here to push these different agendas forward. Okay, to push these different philosophies forward, you know, just like with this flag. You'll think, oh, this guy's concept, you know. Oh, he's the one that came up with it. Nah, it was these damn devils, man, the ones you don't see. Okay, it says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly, do they shoot at him and fear not? There's no fear in these damn devils, man. Okay, you'll see this flag. All right. And these damn devils are not daunted with fear. They don't think, oh man, the Most High gonna put us to death. We shouldn't do this. We shouldn't push something like this out there. Okay, we shouldn't you know, try to cause these Israelites to go astray from their power. We're gonna be destroyed. They ain't thinking that, man. All right. They actually believe that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is with them, that this is what the Most High wants them to do. You know, the Most High wants to have Jake go off so he can jack him up. You know, it says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Okay, and this is also a snare for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, because if you get caught up in this, you're gonna be destroyed, man. It's a trap. All right. It says they encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily. So they sit down at a table, okay, where nobody else is around. There ain't no cameras. There ain't no voice recorders in these rooms. All right. You can't spy on them. You know, the meetings are cut off to the general public. All right. And they talk about how they're going to lay traps for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. How can we put these people to death? How can we get these people to go off and go astray from their power? All right. And then they tell their lackeys, once they came up with the plan, they tell their lackeys to implement it, man. All right. And this flag is a perfect example of that. It says they say, who shall see them? All right. And because they're behind closed doors and there's nobody that can actually, you know, say definitively that they actually came up with this, you know, idea. They're the ones that told, you know, their people to push it out there. You can't attribute these things to them. Okay, there's no proof that they had anything to do with it. All right, and that's what they say. Who shall see them? They actually believe that nobody's there watching them, but Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has his angels in your councils. They're there watching you and listening to you and reporting back to the Heavenly Father, man. And also the agent of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is there, the spiritual demon Satan, who you getting your cues from, man. Okay, so you can't hide, all right? When you get accused, you can't, you know, use plausible deniability because Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he got the evidence on you, man, all right? It says they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. And the arrows that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to shoot are those thermonuclear missiles. See, you devils ain't going to get away with this, man. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai ain't just going to let things like this slide. Okay? You can't just push these kind of philosophies on, you know, Jake and think that you're going to get away with it, man. Okay? Because you know exactly who we are. You know exactly why Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai created us. You know exactly what we're supposed to be doing. Okay? And then you say, nah, I ain't going to tell these people I'm a, you know, push these different philosophies on them so I can destroy them. You got to pay for that, man. That's wicked as hell. All right. It says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider his doing. Okay? And they're going to fear because they're going to understand that, hey, look, man, number one, you don't mess with the Israelites. Well, number one, you do not come up against Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, you don't try to change his laws, change his ways. Okay, you definitely do not lead a global rebellion against the Heavenly Father, and you leave his people alone, man. All right. So after Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai destroys this damn devil and makes that very clear, all men are gonna fear. Okay, because Esau Edom, he's at the top, man. And he's the only one to come up with a plan like this. All right, and the only one to implement something like this, pushing out philosophies on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to get you to go astray from Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai so you can be destroyed. Okay, not only does Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai jack you up, in certain instances, strange calamities happen to you, but also Esau Edom at the same time is destroying you covertly. Okay, and the reason why he's allowed to do that is because you're going off. Okay, if we were doing the right thing, you wouldn't have these, poisonous foods out here. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai wouldn't allow this damn devil to push this poison on you. He wouldn't allow him to, destroy you. You wouldn't be getting, shot by the cops or, whatever this damn devil be doing, man. All the different things that he does to put you to death. These things wouldn't be taking place because Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai will be defending us. All right. But he pushes these philosophies out there so he can continually destroy you. And Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai sees exactly what's going on, man. Okay. He knows exactly who was behind it. He's going to destroy these individuals and destroy the society that you set up that promotes this way of life towards the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. And after he does that, all these people are going to think, and know that, hey, look, man, you don't do these things. Most High gonna take you out like he did the Edomites. All right, so I just want to go into that. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai willing, it was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, Hashem Haqadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom.